Welcome to the T-Bird Zone, streamed every week on SUUTbirds.com and SUUnews.com. We're in studio this week with head volleyball coach Debby Baker. And coach, the team right now 8-18 on the year, but 5-10 in conference play. Not the record that coaches go into the year saying, "Ooh, I want that 8-18 record." But the tournament schedule leading into the conference season, really tough slate for you guys.
It was a really tough preseason tournament. I wanted our preseason to be really tough. I've seen where teams have done really easy and they get a false sense of confidence. And I think you've seen that with a couple of teams in our conference. I wanted it to be too tough, but I think I may have made it too tough. I didn't realize we'd have so many freshmen playing. We had 3 freshmen playing. But I'm really proud of what they did. We played Utah State. We beat Utah State. That's huge for our program. That was a big boost for our confidence, and I think that we can keep building on that.
Well, in Utah State, an NCAA tournament qualifier last year, beat the University of Hawaii in the WAC tournament, which was a huge upset for them. And also the team hosted its first tournament. Again, the team's only in its 3rd year of existence, really. Hosted the tournament. Was that a beneficial thing to open the year
at home? It was
home?
nice to be at home. It was a different feeling. It was very stressful at the same time. I think we all forget, even I forget, that this is only our 3rd year of our program. And it was the first tournament, and hosting a tournament takes a lot of personnel. It takes a lot of hours. I thought it went off really well, but yeah, it was really stressful for everyone involved.
Yeah.
But it was fun to be at home. It's always fun to be at home.
Well, and the team closes out this season. There's 5 games left in the regular season. 3 of those games are at home. But again, it's not an easy schedule closing out the season. The last 3 opponents, 2 of which are the top 2 teams in the conference.
Yes, Oral Roberts and North Dakota State right now are tied for 1st place. North Dakota plays Oral Roberts on Thursday, so that'll separate them. And then last week we were at IPFW and IUPUI, or Oakland, who are both in the top 4. So the last 3 weeks of our schedule have been really, really difficult.
Now, transitioning into the Big Sky next year, where does that bode on how the schedule is shaping? I mean, is that as difficult as the Summit League, or is this
I've seen a couple of teams in the Big Sky, so I'm not real sure what the Big Sky is going to be like. I think it's pretty tough. As far as travel goes, the Big Sky is going to be so much better for us. Our average trip takes about 14 to 15 hours from when we leave Cedar to when we reach our destination. And so traveling in the Big Sky is definitely going to be a lot better because it's not going to take as long to get to where we're going. Yeah,
I've been on many of those road trips, and 3 o'clock
it wears on you,
times.
Especially when you leave at 3 in the morning and you have delays at the airport and you don't get in till late at night. It takes a toll on the girls.
It's a little
and the
rough.
Coaches.
Yeah, and the SIDs.
Yes.
Let's talk about individual players because Annalene Mailoto has been a huge player all 3 years for the volleyball team. She's coming up on 1,500 kills, has already surpassed 1,000 digs in her career. What does that mean for a non-volleyball aficionado as far as getting those kind of numbers?
I don't know how to compare it to other sports. I don't know baseball that well, and I don't know football, but it's amazing to even have a player that reaches 1,000 kills. That is a huge milestone for any player. And so I'm not sure that we'll have anyone in the next 4 or 5 years that can surpass that. And we've talked as a staff, we're in the recruiting stages for when they graduate, that class, and we don't know that we can ever replace Anna. Just both on and off the court, she's such a great young lady. Well,
and Anna almost surpassed 1,000 kills in 2 years, her first 2 years. Came into this season just 68 kills short, which is
amazing. We've really depended on her. She was the first player that I recruited. It was great because she was at a tournament and there were some older ladies sitting on the front row, and Anna went and told them to sit up at top because the way Anna can crush it, she was afraid that she was going to hurt him. I'll never forget that.
Nice. Let's talk about some of the younger teams. There's a lot of freshmen on the team. A freshman libero, which is a defensive-minded player. A freshman setter, which is basically like fielding a freshman quarterback, the one who directs the offense.
Yep.
Have you seen a lot of growing pains this year as they have
There have
adjusted?
been a lot of growing pains. I think they've done a really good job. We've put a lot of pressure on them. But like you said, it's like comparing it to a freshman quarterback. And you very rarely see that in college football. And so Gabby's done a really good job of dealing with it. She's set pretty good. She's had her ups and downs just like any freshman, and Davy has done a great job as well. But again, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but that's what you get when just freshmen are that way. It's a new game. The travel schedule, the schedule with school and practice, it's just a lot different than high school.
Let's talk about as the season is closing out. We talked about the conference record of 5-10. Last year, the team makes the conference tournament. I think exceeding expectations going into the year.
We did exceed expectations last year. I think, though, one of the great things is that we didn't have any seniors the year before, and so everyone in the spring, we played together. So we had 2 years together as a group, which makes a huge difference. And this year, we'll only graduate one senior, Jordan Anderson. And so I'm always going to have those expectations of making it to the conference tournament, but I think that we will improve just because we've had this year together and we'll have this spring together as well.
Well, and these final games can impact the conference standings for the tournament. Does the team embrace maybe that spoiler role of, we can maybe shake up that conference tournament?
I don't think the younger girls understand it yet, but the older girls do, because the last 2 years we knocked Oakland out of the tournament. And so hopefully the younger girls will catch on to that, and we hope to do that the next 2 weeks.
Very good. Okay, final home games November 3rd and November 5th. Then also November 12th will be the final home game this season. That will also be senior night where we honor Jordan Anderson. All those games, 7 o'clock. Thanks for joining us here in the T-Bird Zone, and be sure to watch us every week.